The movie I'm going to be talking about while I get ready is Tyler Perry's Divorce in the Black. And me and my mom watched this movie together, and we were both quite shocked by it because, Tyler Perry does movies where it's very like comical. Like he does some dramas, but at the same time, they could be a little bit redundant or predictable. But this one was not, and we were both very shocked by it. I'll give you my score in the end of the video, but the overall pacing and the storyline of the video was very good. But I was really shocked by it. So our main stars in this movie in particular was Megan Good, and she plays the character Ava. And Ava's character, she grew up in a very Christian home, very religious upbringing, and her husband to this guy named Dallas, and he is played by Corey Hardwick. Hardwick, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And things start happening in their particular relationship that kind of leads to an eventual divorce and all of that. But the overall movie, it was very it was very entertaining for sure. I personally quite enjoyed it because it wasn't like a typical Tyler Perry movie in the way that it was like written and the setup was. It was very unexpected, really. Like it actually gave me the vibes of his older movie, like what movie was it? It was it, like it gave me the vibes of some of his more drama movies that think like a man or the movie yeah, it was very good. I really liked it. So the overall like plot, it pretty much evolves around their relationship. I'm just concealing, just doing like spot concealing and all of that. Yeah, it was a really good movie. So pretty much it takes place in the countryside in like Atlanta, Georgia, like the country side of Atlanta, Georgia. And pretty much Dallas's family is kind of like I would say poverty ridden and quite um not really a positive upbringing. and all of that because of, the way they treat each other as well as how they react to certain like situations. One scene in particular where it sets up how their personality is when there was a funeral for their loved one. Yeah, it was one of their loved ones, and pretty much it had escalated in a negative way to the point where the mother, and we understand that she kind of takes over quite a bit in like decision making and everything, but she kind of overreacts to, the way, because, she thinks that her son, deserves to pretty much get to heaven, even though they weren't living a very positive lifestyle. They weren't, all that. They're pretty much a guy of the streets, and you live by the sword, but you live by the sword, you die by it. And the mother, she overreacted, and she pulled her son out of the casket and did quite a bit throughout the movie. We kind of figure out where she's very angry. Her anger is very much inflicted because of her husband. He's never in the movie because, surprise, surprise, he was murdered. And I'm not going to spoil that part. But it was a very interesting movie, for sure. Like Dallas, he has like that same anger that his mom has because of the way that she raised him and all of that. And Megan is a good like girl. She's a good lady, and she doesn't deserve that. So she eventually does like leave him and all of that because she doesn't deserve that. She doesn't deserve to be treated in such a very disrespectful way and all of that. And Dallas has done a lot of stuff to her. We don't find out what he does to her, but what is written inside of a letter by her friend, because love is blind, and she doesn't see what he does to her because she is still very much in love with him, which is understandable, but at the end of the day, if someone is like hurting you and abusing you, it's not a good relationship to be in. But people can manipulate you into wanting you to stay and all of that. So it's quite sad, like what her story was, but what it becomes is one of like empowering and endearment, because she does divorce Dallas, and Dallas isn't the type to let go because of the things that his brothers are saying to him. Dallas is the youngest of the four brothers, and quite obviously he is a troubled man with a lot of issues. Ava, she has tried to help him and all that throughout her endeavors, and just overall trying to get him to be a better person. But there's only so much like you can do yourself, what you can do yourself. And I'm glad that she did leave him, because she was definitely a bit more deserving of a happier relationship and all of that. So yeah, we eventually do. Ava does move on, and she doesn't want to go back to the house that she stays at because of things that Dallas is doing. She needs time to heal from her divorce. So she goes back to live with her parents for a week and try to move on and all of that. And it's very like just overall interesting about like what happens to her. Her parents are of course very supportive in all of that, but at the same time they are kind of like meddling and want her to move on. So they try to hook her up with a like an ode a guy of the town that was very interested in her. And their relationship, it's a little rocky at first, because Ava's very faithful. She's not gonna cheat on Dallas until papers are finalized and their divorce is written in concrete like evidence and all of that. So he was a very lucky guy to have her, and he didn't deserve her, but I'm glad that she finds her strength and courage to stand up to him in the end. So yeah, it was very good, very lovely movie. And well, spoilers slash not spoilers, but they get their papers divorced, and then she starts seeing the guy that always had a crush on her. His name is Benji, and he's a very nice guy, treats her with respect, and he's getting over a divorce too, because he had divorced his wife. And it's quite funny how like it plays out to where they eventually like end up with each other, with with, with each other and all that. So it's very like cool, like how that happened and everything. But surprise, surprise, Dallas, even though he signed the papers, he did the divorce stuff, he cannot let her go because he still wants to control her even after they got their divorce. and all that. Yeah, so it eventually kind of starts to spiral. Like Dallas does more erratic behavior, like stalking her at her work and breaking into her house, even though she has full rights to the house and all of that. So yeah, it's very like it was really unexpected for Tyler to make such a like good movie, like a decent like good movie, and I'm just really shocked by it. So like Ava has a lot of people to support her through this, through her hard times. So she like eventually kind of gets a restraining order against Dallas because of all the like just scary behavior he's doing. Like he's stalking her, he's showing up out of nowhere, he's threatening her work environment, her home environment, and even like going as far as like threatening her family because he attacked the mother, Ava's mother, and he attacked the father as well. So he is just really being like just crazy like throughout the whole movie. Just gonna just increase. Yeah, and then with Ava as well. She is learning to love herself again, like find herself, because she had a breakup and all that. So she's learning to trust men again because she had such a bad experience with her first one for 17 years. And that's a long time to be be abused. And you know, a lot of women don't get lucky to get out of such toxic relationships because they think that that is like love and that they're not good enough for anyone else. Like for example, like Ava was kind of like saying that she's pushing 40 and that it's going to be very hard for her to get back into the dating circle and all of that. Yeah, like it's unfortunate that she feels that way because, a lot of women do. A lot of women do feel that they're not worthy of love again after they have been through, you know, like relationships that involve like domestic abuse and like violence, which is really sad. Everyone deserves like a healthy relationship and a partner that will really respect their boundaries and, you know, offer support, not bring them down, offer protection, not like destroy them. And yeah, I was really touched by the movie. I, it was really good. I would really recommend going to see um, Tyler Perry's new movie that he came out with. I was just really good. Yeah. So, all right. So that's it. My little soft glam. I guess I can add a blush. Let me add one blush. Just go over like a powder blush. Cause I'm really on a no buy. Like I don't need any more things really. So just to emphasize the blush a bit more. Yeah, the guy who played Dallas, Corey, he was really good. I've seen him somewhere else though. I'm trying to figure out where I've seen him, other movies that I've seen him in, because of just how like familiar his face is. Very blushy for the camera. That's better. There. There. Yeah. Bronzy. Bronzy glam. Bronzy cute little glam makeup. And 20 minutes for this look. So do a lot. Just go over and blend it a bit more. But yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I highly recommend it. My mom's rating for the movie was 7 out of 10. I would give it a 8 out of 10 because I was just really shocked. This does not seem like a Tyler Perry movie, and it was just really good. Yeah. Again, the hat is from Christian's Crochet, and I hope you support their business and help them grow. You can find them on Etsy, Instagram, and yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this small little review, and I hope you enjoy my new backdrop. I'm very happy with how this turned out. So yeah, bye guys.